Okay, UFC 330 wrapped up yesterday. I thought it was pretty good. I thought this was a really good card. I had a lot of fun watching it. Fights weren't strongest of name value beforehand. Zero ranked fights in the card except the co-main and main event. But I had a great time watching this card. I'm gonna talk about the prelims, then go up because the main event is something I really want to talk about because I was pretty scared during moments in the fight. Really controversial main event. You know, was it a robbery? Was it not a robbery? You'll hear my thoughts near the middle part. But I'm gonna talk about the prelims first because these were some good prelims and it's a good main card too. So let's get right into it. Mitelbeck Orbile losing made me want to actually do terrible things, dude. Oh my gosh, he sold so many people's parlays. I didn't bet in this fight because I didn't. But dude, the group chat, I'm in like a group chat with a bunch of MMA YouTubers on Instagram, and dude, they were pissed. They were all so pissed, and I was kind of surprised. I think Oral By is pretty. I thought it was pretty good, but dude, he got choked out cold. It was really bad. My week's ruined. Oral By lost, dude. We traded Oral By for Ian Gary, dude. Oh my goodness. Islam won, but at what cost? We lost our 5,000-year-old caveman. I'm so devastated, bro. I'm devastated. But Neil Magny won. Pretty cool. Lucas Fernando won. Not a lot to say about that. Edson Barboza losing made me want to actually cry too. There's so many emotional, dude. Seeing him, like his post-fight interview was actually the saddest. I actually genuinely had to hold back tears. It was so sad to watch Barboza. I used to love watching him. Dude, he got knocked out by Gaethje. His leg kicks were nasty, bro. And speaking of legs, dude, his shin split open and it was disgusting, dude. It was leaking so bad. But Ribovic, I feel like this matchmaking was kind of goofy because how do you go from fighting Gamrot, who's ranked number 7, to fighting Edson Barboza at 40? I knew he was cooked going in because he was getting tagged up pretty bad. It made me sad. Barboza's a legend, and he goes out like this in front of his kids too, dude. It was just it made me so sad. Rivovic is like I can't really glaze him because this is an old man Barboza. It's like he looks good, but it's like that's what I expected. Pretty sad fight though. This made me sad. But dude, this fight right here, Mansour Abdul versus Dustin Stolfitz was crazy. This definitely won fight of the night. I haven't looked on the Instagram page yet when they post stuff like that. This fight was so good. Dude, Mansour Abdul walked out and then they just started scrapping. Dustin Stolfitz got him in a hold and jumped with him. He actually like pile drived him into the ground, then submitted him, but it was a crazy good fight. This is like a perfect like how do I describe this? This is like an apex fight. Like two unranked dudes just going at it. I loved every second of it. Mansour Abdul, he was like 85-15 favorite too. My buddy bet on him and he was pretty pissed, let's say. But it was a really good fight. Both guys it was fun. I enjoyed it. And then Jalen Turner just kills a guy. Straight up just Jalen Turner catches a body on live television. He walks forward with his 6'3" frame and just destroys Y Fernandez, dude. He goes up there and then just I can't remember the sequence. He just kind of walked forward, threw some hooks, and got on the ground and ground and pounded him. It was a really good victory. And I hear Joe Rogan on the mic, dude. Jalen's just such a nice guy, man. Like he's just such a good person. And then they show him just ground and pounding his face in the ground. It was insane. Jalen Turner, he just went out there, and the Dave and Buster's I was at, everyone was going crazy. It was fun. It was definitely one of the most hype moments of the entire night. Jalen Turner say he wants to put in the top 15. I'd say why not? I've always liked Jalen Turner, like 6'3" lightweight. It's pretty crazy build, but I like his style. He seems like a cool dude. I was just thinking about this, but Jalen Turner versus Michael Chandler. Ooh, that'd be a cool fight. That'd be a good fight, dude. Give him Chandler on like the MSG card because Jalen Turner took no damage. Give him Chandler on that card, then give him a ranked opponent, dude. That's good matchmaking. Then we have Mackenzie Dern ruining another pay-per-view again. Dude, Mackenzie Dern, she's like underrated for how boring she is, dude. I have to get this out. Like my buddy, I'm just mad because of this. Okay, I'm gonna reveal my villain backstory. He had money on the fight not going the distance, which it could have very easily could have. They just done stuff instead of standing there just doing nothing. We could have used that money to pay for ice cream. We could have ice cream because of them, dude. They didn't finish the fight. We got no ice cream, but it's whatever. But Mackenzie Dern, she just like when my friend put the bet on the fight not to go distance, I'm like, don't even bother. They're not gonna finish the fight. Dude, I feel so bad because women MMA is not bad, but just like stuff like this. It's like Dana White suggesting he's putting women's title fights on fight nights, dude. I feel terrible. But it's like, dude, these fights killed momentum. Those 3 fights before, absolute cinema, crazy, all finishes. Then Mackenzie Dern, we have her sitting around laying on Julian Robertson, who, by the way, looked not great tonight. They were gassing her up. Like, she was like, yeah, Mackenzie's a jiu-jitsu girl. I'm an MMA girl. And she goes out there and just gets popping the jab. Dude, Mackenzie Dern looked like Vulcan there, just like popping the jab and moving. I'm like, how crap is Julian Robertson, dude? I'm just kidding. She's not crap, but she just like looked not great, really. And John Whaley's gonna destroy Mackenzie Dern when she gets back. When she's done filming K-pop videos online, dude. Oh my goodness. When she was on UFC 321, she fought the one girl that looked like Raul Rosas Jr. I forgot her name, and I'm not even gonna try and look it up because I don't care enough. But dude, her fights are her doing decent on the feet, then just kind of laying in the girl. And I look over at some of the people, they're just like, ugh, they're just locked in, looking at the yams on screen. I can't blame them. I was too. But it's just, oh my goodness, fights like this kill momentum. I feel so. I don't want to be a hater. I don't hate women MMA, but stuff like this is for people like, yeah, nuke women's MMA, get rid of it. I'm like, dude, if you want to get rid of stuff like this, add a women's middleweight division. Like a bunch of 180-pound monsters just going at it, or even, you know what, screw it, women's heavyweight. Nah, that's too that's too crazy, dude. Add like a women's welterweight or women's middleweight, and then you'll get. I guarantee you, we'd be more hyped to see two huge, just kaiju's swinging leather at each other. That'd be the coolest thing. But this fight overall was a typical Mackenzie Dern performance, just smudging her opponent, dude. I don't get hype. I see her in a co-main, I'm just like, nah. I'm like, here we go, man. Here comes another smudge fest. She's definitely not like the most boring fighter I've seen, but she's getting there. Which each fight she has, she gets me more pissed, and she's smiling after, like, yeah, I defended my title. John Whaley owns you. John Whaley owns you. Okay, she's gonna be back, and she's gonna be pissed. She's gonna get her belt back. Okay, it's gonna happen soon. Also, one more thing, Dean Thomas, you're a scumbag, dude. Are you kidding me? There's a video, and you guys didn't see it. Dean Thomas was in Julian Robertson's corner. Like, I'm mad at them right now, obviously, but I'm not saying they suck. They're not terrible fighters. Like, Julian Robertson just happened to lose. Like, she's not a bad women's fighter. But then Dean Thomas gets on commentary after, yeah, this is the farthest she'll go. I think I'm done coaching fighters, this is the farthest she'll go. I think I'm done. You gotta humiliate her in front of national television, you disgusting, slimy bag, you snake. Are you kidding me? Dude, she was talking before the fight, the pre-fight interview, she was like, yeah, it would be amazing to bring this belt back and give it to Dean Thomas for all he's done for me. And you do her like that? That's disgusting, man. Actually, screw you. Switching up on her like that after she loses, and it wasn't even her fault, dude. It was probably you probably gave her some terrible. What you gotta do is you gotta go up there and you gotta try and punch her in the face. Get out of here, Dean. And now the main event, Islam versus Ian. Really interesting fight, and it played out actually exactly how I thought it would. I wanted to do a prediction video so bad, but I was really busy with a lot of stuff, I apologize for that. But my prediction was going to be Islam's going to win a decision. Everyone's going to call it a robbery, which is literally what I see some people, dude, Ian Gary should win that fight. That's ridiculous, dude. Islam won rounds 1, 2, and 5. Ian Gary won rounds 3 and 4, in my opinion. 48-47 Islam. Is it crazy to say this is his hardest fight since the Volk fight? Or he actually said that in someone was asking, they were like, yeah, is this your hardest fight ever? He was like, no, yeah, probably since the first fight in Australia. He's talking about Volk. First of all, Ian Gary, congratulations, man. He looks good. He looks really good in this fight, It's weird to say this, but Ian Gary, I want to glaze him more than Islam, because Islam, he looks tired. He didn't look like crap, or I'm like, oh, Islam looks like he's getting washed. It's like, no. He looked a little hesitant in the feet. He didn't throw that much, but when he did, he landed a beautiful, crisp, delicious head kick in that fight. It was really good. But Ian Gary was doing good too. Islam couldn't hold him down, and I was scared. I'm like, dude, he had him against the fence. I'm like, Ian's size bogging him, isn't he? Because the size difference is real. Like, look at this picture right here. Like, the size difference definitely, it is a thing. Ian Gary has a size advantage, and they were in the octagon together. Ian Gary was in his stance. I'm like, dang, Ian Gary's huge, dude. Like you can tell this is a welterweight. This is a proper size welterweight. Islam, he still looks like a lightweight compared to Ian Gary. He got through, but it definitely took some work, and it might be the second hardest fight of his career. This fight and the Volk fight. People might be like the Dustin Poirier fight, but he won every round clearly. This fight, he had to work, and I was actually getting scared. When Ian Gary was throwing those body kicks and those head kicks, I'm like, shoot, what if one of them hits and he gets fluked? Islam ate one though. I got scared though, because He's gotten fluked before once, and I didn't want his second defeat to be from Ian Gary. Like, come on, that would suck. I don't think it's that crazy to say this is Islam's first proper welterweight test. With JDM, I feel like in the fight, Islam was taller and bigger than JDM. He's not a guy who really imposes his size that much. But Ian Gary, there are moments where I can tell when Islam had him, like, that is a welterweight. That is a truly huge welterweight. There's moments where they're on the stand-up where Ian Gary, like, he would take up half the screen with this length. That sounded really wrong. I could just see his leg reach. Like, he was way longer than Islam. And he had trouble. And it was tough. And I got scared for Islam. He looked beatable tonight. But there is one thing that people are saying, like I already said this before, they're saying it's robbery this, like Ian Gary should have won. Personally, I think 49-46 is a little too crazy. I think I'd give it 48-47 Islam. I think he won rounds 1, 2, and 5, and Ian won rounds 3 and 4. It was a close fight. I wouldn't say Ian Gary won or anything. If you do think he won, I'll have to rewatch the fight again to really get my opinions out there. But I think Islam won. But he's gonna have only harder matchups from this point. Like he is a good big 155er, but welterweight, he's fitting in there. Like he's not just completely getting dwarfed, like just getting mogged. But I will say he's definitely. I am a little scared if he fights with Michael Morales, for example. Only God can save him from that guy because we have a big guy who, like Morales, Sean Brady couldn't get him down. If he comes down and starts swinging, Makhachev can't shoot in time. He clips him with a big shot. It might be over, man. As for the actual fight, I loved the jab of Ian Gary. He would catch Islam coming in. Islam would try and shoot, or like not really shoot, but he would go forward. Ian Gary would land the crisp jab on him. That was great. I will say Islam didn't use as many calf kicks I thought he did. But it's probably because he doesn't want to get in like full-on strike metal with Ian Gary, because you don't want to do that at all. And Ian Gary, even though he defended the takedowns, there were still moments where he was getting taken down. But the body kicks were doing great for Ian Gary too. He lands one right here. You see in the armpit. He was landing some on the forearms of Makhachev that looked like they were. He wasn't a huge fan of those. And Ian Gary looks really good. His takedown defense looked. I wouldn't say it's like he was getting taken down, but it wasn't like he was getting smudged or anything crazy. There were some moments where he was getting smudged. Don't get me wrong, but Islam would get him and hold him against the fence mostly. It wasn't like the JDM fight where it was the whole fight. He would just laying on top of him, just like ground and pound. He had to really work to get Ian Gary down. And I think Gary, like he's only 28, he has plenty of time, you know. I also liked how Ian would be on the feet and switch up his weapons, like I said before, the jab and the body kicks and stuff, but he would use the oblique stomps, you know, the right hand. He would use a lot of weapons, and there were some times where he would feint, Islam would be like, he wouldn't know what to do. And really good fight IQ from Ian's part. He tried, and they failed. He lost to Islam. That's okay. His only losses in the UFC are Shafkat and Islam. I could 100% see him getting the belt next. Ian Gary is really good. It sucks he's a cuck, though, because, man. One thing I also thought was weird was, well, how come in between rounds, him and Islam would just start hugging like crazy? Like, he would grab Islam and be like, great fight. Yeah, you know, my wife loves you. He would just start saying random crap. Even Islam after the fight was like, why is he having full-on conversations with me in mid-fight? It's okay being nice to your opponent, obviously. You don't want to go out there and try and damage your opponent. It's your opponent, not your enemy. But you don't want to, like, mid-round, straight up, just, like, start rubbing their head. Acting like you guys are buddy-buddy, but you're about to go in there and try and kill each other and take each other's heads off. It was just kind of goofy. There's so many memes about it. Like, they were saying if it was more rounds and Ian Gary would have started humping him, it was just kind of confusing stuff. Like, if you fake glove touch and then try and hit someone, you're a dirty snake. But glove touching before rounds is fine. But just, like, starting, like, making out with your opponent, rubbing their legs mid-round is just unnecessary. Now, who should these two fight next? I feel like the answer is pretty clear for both these guys. I feel like for Ian Gary, this might come kind of a curveball, but I feel like Ian Gary should fight Michael Morales, and Islam should fight Carlos Prates. I feel like it's pretty obvious. With Michael Morales, it might seem weird because I know people are already saying that he should fight. Ian Gary should fight the winner of Bombfim versus Sean Brady. But I feel like, because with Michael Morales, I took a look at his resume again, and I'm like, wait a minute, this guy has one ranked win. He beat Gilbert Burns, then he was retired, then he fought Sean Brady. It's like he has one ranked win. I think we should do Ian Gary versus Michael Morales, like a 5-round, maybe even a 5-round, a co-main might be crazy, put on like a fight night or something. I think that'd be great. Have Islam fight Carlos. I know Islam wants to actually come back pretty soon. He actually wants to fight in December. like or before Ramadan starts. So either December or January. I'm actually not opposed to that at all. It actually be a decently quick turnaround for Islam after he sat out for a year, almost a year after fighting JDM and taking no damage. But I feel like Ian Gary should fight Morales. Him and Morales have beef, kinda. Like there's a video of him and Morales talking where he's just like, "Listen, you want to talk some crap, dude?" It's I don't know what's going on between them. But Prates should fight Islam. He has wins over 2 former champs. He's ranked number 2 or 3, I think Prates is. Ian Gary just lost. Give Prates a title shot. Give Morales Ian Gary. If he knocks out Ian Gary, which might end up happening, give him the title shot against Islam or Carlos. Even if Carlos beats Islam, you get a crazy firefight. Imagine like next year UFC 340 something, we get Prates versus Morales for a title. Oh man, that would be insane to watch. So those are my thoughts on UFC 330 overall. I give it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a really good card. Not a lot of stacked names, but it was still really fun to watch. Had a great time. Ian Gary's fight wasn't the greatest, but it was still really interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a nice day, and thanks for watching.